Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, guys. This is not clickbait. We are in the Montana, the USS Montana, the bruiser of a battleship at Legendary tier. Now, you guys know my relationship with the Montana. We've had a few good games in her recently. I actually have some pretty good stats. It's just not a ship that I enjoy playing. It's a slower battleship. It's tough to maneuver. I prefer, you guys know, the Burgoyne and just the faster battleships where you can get out of situations, especially solo. Now, we are in a division in this game. We were doing, I think I picked up a few people for some count-ins or something like that, Mr. Flu and Big J. But this game turns out to be pretty epic. We also have the legendary plotting room on this thing, and just you guys just wait. We get a few of the paid actors here, which is really the strength of the Montana. If you can get those broadsides, this thing is absolutely punishing. The issue is if you get players who know what they're doing, those 406s, yes, you can get 15k off of a superstructure hit, but you can only do that one or two times before you oversaturate that. But here we're taking a middle position, right? We're setting up this triangle offense. Just a quick piece of advice for anybody, especially in a division, because people think when you just hop in a division, it's an instant win, and that's not the case, as you guys saw on the count-in stream on Sunday and even a few games last night. But basically what I try to set up here is I'm off to the right. I'm able to crossfire pretty much most of the map here. We have our cruiser on the left and our destroyer out in front, creating that little triangle here. But here is the first shot, and I knew it was going to be a good game after this shot. We have this Montana out here at about 19 kilometers, kind of just an auto aim shot. Not really much to it. You know, you track him. It's just kind of a slow battleship, and nearly 40k. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it to myself from the audio here just so you guys can hear my reaction.
Montana, best ship in the game. You heard it. Montana, best ship in the game.
So Montana, clearly the best ship in the game, right? No, but it's still fun to play, and it can absolutely abuse ships when you get those broadsides. But if you'll notice here, we're actually reversing into position. A lot of people think that you just have to bow in and YOLO straight in, and they don't pay any attention to the game or the mini map or anything, and they take the game as it comes to them instead of putting themselves in a position to impact the game, right? Here we're able to angle against this enemy Montana. Now we are a touch broadside, but he is completely broadside. We're closing up that angle as well, and boom, just another 40 to 50k on that salvo. We are already up to our second epic plotting room there, so we have a double or 10% added dispersion, so it's only going to get better. If you can get these salvos with the Montana, you will absolutely be abusing ships. Now here, I got a little bit cheeky, but it actually works out for me. That Des Moines was spotted, and again, just another auto-aim shot, but he's not moving, right? We also only threw two turrets at that first Montana, and I probably should have just full salvoed, but with the back two turrets, we actually almost dev struck that Des Moines back there with a double Citadel, and we're already up to 115k in basically 2 minutes here. Now, I was watching this back, and I actually did something I didn't really notice I did in game. I threw one turret at that Montana there, and I guess my other turret wasn't turned or loaded, and I probably should have been paying attention to that, but unfortunately we get a shatter. It looks like he's healing there, but securing kills or getting kills is going to be very important with that legendary mod. We also shot at that Des Moines who died, so no kills for us, but we could have potentially had two there. And those kills are important because it does add an extra 5% damage for each kill you get with your main battery. So getting those kills, securing those kills. I know some people are going to say, you know, oh, kill steals, yeah, but you know, we're all trying to get it, right? You don't know if somebody has a mod. Here, we could have got a lot more damage, but we do actually manage to secure this kill. So we've got a triple boost for our dispersion, as I tell you guys that the Montana is clearly the best ship again. And we have an extra 5% damage already in this match. I know that I preach being patient, and you should, but sometimes being aggressive or getting these, you know, salvos or these kills secured early on is going to help you tremendously. Now, I would say the caveat to that is don't, you know, just scuttle your ship trying to do so. Some people I saw it last night, right? I had a game against some old division mates, and the two I had a radar cruiser and a battleship just YOLO in, right, trying to get their secondary mods, and they threw the game. The game was over in 6 minutes, right? So you still have to play with somewhat of strategy, and it's going to be a lot easier with these ships with plotting room or reload, like the Champagne or something like that. Secondaries are going to be a little bit more, difficult to get, but with the change to damage instead of the hits, you just need to do damage, right? And 30k is really not a lot of damage. That being said, one kill is also an extra 5%. And here we just get another beautiful shot. We're running, like I said, we've got ×4 now, so we should really be honing in on the dispersion. Now, this is not an easy shot. The Alaska is kind of angling out. And you guys, we talked about this the other day. This is why I throw shots a touch high, right? He's angling out, but we still managed to get a few, superstructure pens there. You're not going to be getting citadels really aiming waterline at long ranges, especially on ships that are kind of angled out, right? We know that there is a dispersion circle drawn, so sometimes I think when you select ships and hit waterline, that circle goes pretty low, such as this case right here. Now, again, that shot was probably the worst dispersion we've had all day. If we're being honest, a broadside Russian cruiser, that should have been a dev strike, right? But we know that's RNG. I've gotten some crazy RNG in the past. I got overpinned for my Tulsa video. But again, a broadside Russian cruiser with a massive citadel, an American battleship, and we only get, 7 or 8K. Ooh, RNG sometimes. And that is the plight of battleship players. I've said this before, and here's another example of RNG. I think I actually, this is not the shot. I aim a touch behind him on this one. Now, the Cabo we know is a very fast ship, so you have to know what you're shooting at. You also have to know that your shell's velocity, right? Some of the American battleships have a slower shell velocity compared to some others. I've been playing a lot of Petro, so I need to adjust my aim. But speaking on that, the plight of battleship players, right? You guys, a lot of you, I understand the frustrations, which is why I don't play battleships too much anymore. I just think it's a little boring sometimes sitting there, but you are at the mercy of your team and the mercy of RNG more than any other class, right? Destroyers can use their concealment, cruisers can also use their concealment and utilize island cover, and they also get overpenned. On top of that, cruisers are much more maneuverable and, utilize island cover, which they should. I hate when people are like, oh, stop hiding behind the island, But when you only have a 30-second reload and you get overpens or the ship dodges or whatever, then yeah, it's very frustrating. But when you do get the salvos to go your way, it is an awesome feeling. But there is another kill, and we are maxed out on our dispersion there, so we should be shooting absolute laser beams for the rest of the game. Now, unfortunately, the game is pretty much over. Games at this time of night tend to go, one-sided. On top of that, I have two great players on my team. Now, they are not super unicums, and like I said, people just think just by the act of getting into a division automatically wins you the game. And yes, it's going to help you in some regard, but I have beaten many divisions, and divisions have beaten me, so it's you still have to play the game, right? But here we launched the front two turrets at this Alaska, and that if that is not the most beautiful front gun dispersion I've ever seen. Boom! Oh, we just missed out on another dev strike, as you can see me go away, but still got one citadel there, and we tick the high caliber. So just a fantastic, I think it's a great addition to the game, right? Because it's just going to make you a better player if you are a better player, right? Now, if you're not that great, hone up on your skills, right? Because it's how you perform, right? It's not something that's in the game that you can't counter, right? If you're not getting damage or you're not getting kills, yeah, you may get a kill stolen, like I secured that kill a little bit as we put on a little performance for stream there as we get our third damage modification ×3 there, so up to 15% damage, and we're maxed on dispersion. So right now, this ship should be shooting absolute laser beams. But speaking on the legendary mods and the epic mods, I think they're great. I know some people say they don't want to spend the steel or whatever. It's 2,000 steel, right? Get it on your favorite ship, and then if you want to move it around, move it around. Now, like I said, I would recommend getting one of each, right? Get one secondary, get one reload, get one range, and get one dispersion, so that way you can move it on any ship. Now, it is going to cost you doubloons, but Wargaming reduced the cost to just 25, right? So you can move it 10 times or 100 times, and my math is off here, but 25 is not a lot of doubloons, right? The campaign is 2,500, and that's approximately $10. So yeah, you can move it 100 times there and for $10. Now, that is a way to get money from you, But as we mentioned in our our crate or what are they, the random bundles video, wargaming is a business, guys. They're going to make money. Going to go ahead and speed up the final moments of this game here. It's well over by now, but a nice little finishing total there as we get actually a few overpins, which are going to do more damage with your added damage total. We have an extra 15% there, so an extra 15% on destroyers is always nice, those pesky DDs. Make sure you guys are always shooting at them as well. Just a pro tip there as we outline that Kaba, man. We could have had a 4th kill and potentially the Kraken, but that gearing ran, so... Yeah, always fun when destroyers hold the game hostage at the end of the game. I understand if it's like a close game, but no, this game is well over. So just go ahead and come out and die. But that was the video on the Montana there with the legendary modification. Like I said, they are in the game. Go to your 4th module slot. I have a video on how to do it. But that is the video, guys. A nice little 180K, a couple citadels, a few kills, a high caliber there, and a 28-36 total. Number 1 on the board. So a great addition to the game, in my opinion, like I said. But let me know what you guys think. Is it going to help? Is it going to hurt? What ship are you putting them on? And you can move them, you can move them about. So just keep that in mind. But hope you guys have a great day. Aaron out. Peace.